Vaccination. What is a vaccine? What are the features of an effective vaccination programme? Why does vaccination rarely eliminate a disease? What ethical issues are associated with vaccination programmes? Vaccination. So immunity is the ability to resist infection. Passive immunity is the introduction of antibodies from an outside source. So it could be from breastfeeding, or if somebody's got an illness, they might have a boost of antibodies, injection of antibodies just to boost their immune system, to boost them getting over their infection. But it doesn't stay in the body. Then there's active immunity, which stimulates the production of antibodies from their own immune system. So vaccination is the introduction of a substance into the body to stimulate active immunity. On a large scale, vaccination provides protection for individuals and whole populations. So a successful vaccination programme will have a suitable vaccine which is economically viable in high quantities. It should have few side effects, otherwise it would discourage people from having it. It should be easy to produce, store and transport. There should be a means of administering the vaccine, so training staff with appropriate skills. It should be possible to vaccinate the vast majority, so that it's best to do in a certain amount of time so that no individuals in the population with the disease can transmit the pathogen. So the transmission of the pathogen is interrupted, which is known as herd immunity. Some reasons why vaccination doesn't eliminate a disease is that the pathogen could mutate frequently. So the vaccine is ineffective because the antigens are not recognised by the immune system. Therefore, the antibodies are not produced. This is called antigenic variability. And influenza is a good example of that, in the fact that it mutates very quickly. And therefore, the immunity is short-lived, which is why with the flu vaccine you need to have it every year. Sometimes there are many varieties of pathogens, so it's impossible to vaccinate against them all. For instance, a common cold has over 100 varieties. And there might be some objections to vaccinations, like religious beliefs, ethical or medical reasons. Measles, mumps and rubella, or MMR. So in 1988, the combined MMR vaccine was introduced to the UK. All three diseases, measles, mumps and rubella, can be disabling or life-threatening. But there was a study published that suggested that there was a higher autism incidence among children who received the triple MMR vaccine. So many parents then decided not to get children vaccinated. However, now most scientists think that the vaccine is actually safe, and further studies found there was no link between autism and MMR vaccine. So the reason why was the sample size was too small and the study was quite biased. So this study illustrates the difficulty with scientific evidence. To be accepted, a scientific theory must be appraised and confirmed. Some scientists may be biased because they're funded by a certain organisation, and also media headlines might be biased. So the ethics of vaccination programmes. Production and development of vaccine involves the use of animals. Vaccines have side effects which may cause long-term harm, but you have to balance the risk of side effects with the risk of getting disease. To be fully effective, the majority of the population should be vaccinated. And how can individuals' health risks be balanced against the advantages of controlling the disease for the population?